Between 1870 and 1920, it is estimated that at least 1,500 opera houses were built all across the state of Iowa. One of two in Siouxland still stands in Akron. Tim is joining me now with a closer look at this historic building and the good work that is apparently being done, Tim.
Yeah, there's plenty of it still going on there, that is for sure. The house, as they call it, is in good shape, serving as a community gathering place of sorts over the decades, as well as an opera house. And thanks to community generosity, this more than century-old building has new life. We'll tell you about it in this edition of Siouxland Stories.
Akron, Iowa looks a lot like most rural towns of a few hundred people, with one exception. And it stands at the corner of Reed and South 2nd Streets.
Okay, time out. Time out. We got off now.
Long after the gas lights, once shining here, were extinguished, the Akron Opera House is again filled with brightness.
We're still using it for the same purpose that it was built for back then. It was to bring people together, a social gathering, to see entertainment. It was before TV and radio. This is where they came to get their culture.
By back then, Johnson means 1906. And on this night, the purpose is dress rehearsal for the Neil Simon play, Rumors.
I actually got interested in the Opera House when I was a kid.
Pam Anderson is directing the production.
We always looked at the 1906. That's what really fascinated you. Thinking about the fact that there was a dirt road out front, you know, there was horse and buggies, that kind of thing, and that's when this building was built.
It's kind of like the flu. It's very catchy.
I never saw a sinking ship empty so fast!
The excitement and the uniqueness of it. Once you step in the building, you just get sucked in.
That's 37-year retired kindergarten teacher Lisa Harris. She's one of 10 actors putting their memories to test and keeping this opera house full of life.
Sounds like Myra.
Oh, fuck-a-doodle-doo.
And it's very, very unique that a town this size can put on the number of production that we do, but the quality, we're pretty proud of that.
In fact, the Opera House is hosting an Akron's Got Talent showcase in February, one of 7 productions planned, this the 56th season. Following the Depression, this property was used for a number of non-theater related businesses. Then, in 1970, high school drama teacher Richard Jacobs and 60 students organized volunteers and community members to reopen the Opera House. 4 years later, the Akron Community Theater purchased the building. Most recently, in 2012, it landed a spot on the National Register of Historic Places, and fundraising for restoration and renovation gained momentum 2 years ago and continues. Tonight's opening night is proof of that.
Do you have like online tickets we can scan here?
With patrons making their way upstairs, taking their seats for the opening act, anticipation of what's about to happen fills this special place.
Oh my God!
You're in just a historical space and you just think about all the shows that have happened here. It's a different feeling every time. You can't pinpoint what it is, but something just feels right about being up there and performing for people here. The people of our community are so great to keep this place going.
All that hard work of memorizing lines and worrying about hitting your mark and are they going to like it? Am I doing it right? And then they hear that laugh. There's nothing like it's a high. It really is. It's a high.
On this night, there are lots of laughs. Actors and guests alike feeling a sense of pride. A small Siouxland community keeping a much larger piece of Iowa history alive.
It's a very giving community, so it's fun to see everybody come together.
Everybody coming together. I think it's just a great thing that we really appreciate.
Everybody enjoys it. You know, it's kind of neat coming in an old building and watch local people.
Now, if something caught your attention from watching that, you can catch the inspirational quartet Triumphant Sound this Saturday, in fact, at the Opera House. Tickets are available, and they have a spring musical in April. And I know that there's a lot of folks interested in that.
I love that. You really took us inside the entire building and the experience. What about the renovations? Are they happening? What's coming with that?
Yeah, they're still underway. In fact, it's a long process. Funding for Phase 2 is now complete, and that includes securing the outside of the building. Phase 3 will restore the facade of the building. They're raising funds for that right now, and contributions, as you might guess, are being accepted.
Of course. Well done.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.